Twilight Registry Evidence Log. File designation TR-4809. Property address withheld by request. Submitted by contractor of record following structural inspection of a single-family residence. Farmhouse construction. Estimated 1941. The following is a verbatim transcription of the inspection log, annotated where the registry has been able to obtain corroborating documentation. The Pallister family purchased the property in 2013. Prior to purchase, a standard inspection was conducted. The inspection report, which the registry has reviewed, contains no anomalies. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a kitchen, a living room, a utility room, a partial basement. The hallway connecting the bedrooms is noted as 12 feet in length, terminating at the linen closet. The family occupied the home for 11 years. On September 4th of the current year, Mrs. Claire Pallister contracted a local building inspection firm to assess the home's foundation, as the family was considering a partial basement conversion. The inspector, a licensed professional whose name appears in the registry's documentation as B. Hollowell, arrived at 8:30 in the morning. The following is taken from Hollowell's written report, submitted to the Pallister family and subsequently forwarded to the registry by Mrs. Pallister herself. Item 1. Foundation. North and west walls of partial basement show minor crack propagation, consistent with frost heave, non-structural. Recommend monitoring. Item 2. Roof. Soffit on northeast corner shows moisture infiltration. Recommend repair within 6 months. Item 3. Electrical. Panel appears original to structure. Junction box in utility room shows non-standard wiring. Recommend licensed electrician review. Item 4. Hallway. Soffit on northeast corner. During standard measurement of room dimensions, inspector noted discrepancy between hallway length as recorded in original 1941 blueprint on file with county assessor. 12 feet terminating at linen closet, and hallway length as measured on site. Approximately 22 feet terminating at a closed door. Inspector's note, verbatim. I want to be precise about this. I walked the hallway twice before writing anything down. The linen closet is where it's supposed to be, at 12 feet, right side, standard bifold door. But the hallway continues past it. Another 10 feet, maybe 10.5, and there is a door at the end that is not on any plan I have been given. Inspector's note continued. I asked Mrs. Pallister about it. She looked at me the way people look at you when they think you've made an error. She said there was no door at the end of the hallway. She said there never had been. I asked her to come look. Inspector's note continued. She came to the hallway, and she stopped walking about halfway down. She said she needed a moment. She was looking at the door. She said, and I am quoting her exactly because I wrote it down immediately after, I have walked this hallway every day for 11 years. Sherko waked. I don't understand what I'm looking at right now. Inspector's note continued. We did not open the door at that time. I photographed it. I photographed the hallway length from the top of the stairs to the linen closet. and then from the linen closet to the new door. Both photographs are included as attachments to this report. The registry has reviewed the photographs. They are clear. The hallway is unambiguous. The door at the end of it is solid wood, painted the same color as the rest of the hallway, a pale yellow that the Pallister family selected and applied themselves in 2016. The door has a standard brass knob. It has a keyhole below the knob. The keyhole appears to be functional. There is no key. Inspector's note, Item 5, contents of room beyond undocumented door. Entered with Mrs. Pallister present. Door was unlocked, no resistance. The room measures 14 feet by 11 feet. Ceiling height matches the rest of the second floor. There is one window facing east, which does not correspond to any window visible on the exterior of the house. The window appeared to look out onto the backyard, though the angle at which such a view would be possible is structurally inconsistent with the room's actual location within the building footprint. The room contains furniture. The furniture belongs to the Pallister family. Specifically, the room contains a reading chair that Mrs. Pallister identified as one she had donated to a local charity shop in 2019, believing it worn beyond use. A small side table that Mr. Pallister identified as one that had broken in a move and been discarded in 2021. A lamp that the Pallisters' adult daughter, Nora, identified via photograph as one she had owned in college and left at a storage unit in 2018, the contents of which she had eventually surrendered when she could no longer afford the fees. The lamp was plugged in. It was on. There was a book open on the reading chair. The book belonged to Mrs. Pallister, a paperback she had purchased the previous summer and believed she had lost as she had been unable to find it since August. The book was open to page 211. Mrs. Pallister, per the inspector's notes, said that page 211 was approximately where she had stopped reading. On the side table, there was a glass of water. The water was fresh. There was no dust on the glass. Inspector's note continued. I want to state clearly that I have been doing this work for 18 years. I have been in a lot of houses. I have found a lot of things that didn't belong. I have found structural anomalies that should not have been possible given a building's age and materials. I have never written anything in a report that I could not explain in physical terms. I am writing this one differently because I don't know how to write it the way I usually would. The room felt occupied, not threatening, not cold or strange in atmosphere. Occupied in the way a room feels when someone has just stepped out of it and will be back shortly. The lamp was on. The book was open. The water was fresh. The chair was the way a chair looks when someone has just gotten up from it. Mrs. Jack floored. Pallister, per follow-up interview conducted by the registry, said that she returned to the room alone the following evening. She said she sat in the reading chair. She said it was the most comfortable she had felt in years. She said she picked up the book and read for a while, from page 211. She said the lamp gave off a good light. She said the room was quiet, in a way that the rest of the house wasn't. She said it was the quiet of a room that had been holding its breath, and had finally been allowed to exhale. The registry asked her if she was frightened. She said, "I was frightened the first day. But the second day, when I came back alone, I wasn't. I felt," she searched for the word, "expected." The registry asked if her husband had been in the room. She said he had. She said he sat in the room for about 20 minutes in the reading chair. And when he came out, he was very quiet for the rest of the evening. When she asked him what he was thinking, he said he was thinking about the table, about why the room had kept their table. He said, "It kept the things we got rid of, the things we gave up." Why would it do that? The registry asked Mrs. Pallister if she had a theory. She said, "I think the house was keeping things for us. I think it was keeping them somewhere safe until we were ready to have them back." She paused. She said, "I think the house has been paying attention to us for a long time, and I don't know if that is a good thing or a bad thing. But I know that the water in that glass is fresh every morning. Whatever is refilling it, whatever is taking care of that room, it hasn't hurt us. It just keeps the lamp on." The registry notes, a second structural inspection was commissioned by Mr. Pallister 2 weeks after the first. The second inspector, operating independently, found no anomalous door. The hallway measured 12 feet. The linen closet was at the end of it. There was nothing beyond. When Mr. and Mrs. Pallister walked the hallway themselves, they found it 12 feet long. The door was gone. Mrs. Pallister says the lamp is still on. She says she can see it sometimes. Not with her eyes exactly, but in the way you know a room is lit in a part of the house you can't see. She says she can feel it on the other side of the linen closet. She says the hallway feels longer than it measures. She says she has stopped trying to reconcile the two. She says that when the house is quiet at night, she sometimes hears the faint sound of a page turning. She finds this comforting. The registry does not know what to make of that. Case file TR 4829 remains open and unclassified. The registry notes, "We have received 2 additional reports of rooms appearing within long-occupied residences containing preserved personal effects of the occupants. In both cases, the room disappeared before a second measurement could be taken. In one case, the occupant reports a persistent warmth in the wall where the door had been. We do not know what these rooms want. We know only that they keep things safe, that they keep the light on, and that whatever watches from inside them is not, by any measure we currently possess, hostile, but it is patient, and it is paying very close attention to you." This has been a Twilight Registry Evidence Log. File TR 4809. Evidence Log of the House That Learned a New Room. Status: open and unclassified. The registry thanks the Pallister family for their cooperation.